Who can read Mangalacharan devotees? Today I'm seeing Vasant Prabhuji is there. Are you driving, Prabhu?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam. No, I'm here, Prabhuji, in a temple.
So you want to...
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji, for opportunity. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Om Ajnanaatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yutpadakamalam Sri Guru Navaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvetam Savadhutam Parijana Samhitam Sri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padana Sagana Lalita Sri Vishakhan Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Sri Radha Kante Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo Hare Ramo 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Prabhu, I see the longing in your voice. I can feel the longing for Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
The crying for Krishna. We all cry in material world, but for mundane things.
Thank you.
But crying for Krishna is the most fulfilling, the utmost emotion. Okay, Prabhu, Haribol.
Thank you, Haribol.
So, devotees, we are in chapter 10, the opulence of the Absolute, which is the Krishna. So, Krishna has been giving us very nice instruction for the past many chapters. We have crossed the midway. We have learned quite a few things. And then, about a couple of verses ago, Krishna is saying, Aham sarvasya prabhavo mattaha sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante man Bhuda Bhava Samanvita. Very important verse. It's one of my favorite verses. So Krishna is saying everything emanates from him. Everything. Krishna is spiritual energy, is material energy. There is nothing beyond that. There is no speculation here. If did something happen without Krishna, maybe this planet, Krishna did not do nothing. Everything, 100 out of 100. Purnamida Purnamidam, right? Purna Purnamudachyate. Everything, it's 100%. The absolute form, the absolute energy, it's 100%. So we have to be convinced about that fact. That's the most important thing. We understand many times, yes, Krishna is the supreme Lord, but we forget every now and then. In a 24-hour period, if you are like me, we are forgetting Krishna almost like 20 hours or maybe 22 hours. Maybe during Bhagavad Gita, we remember him sometime. Morning Japa, we remember him sometime. But as the day, starts, everything is gone. When there is a problem, attacks, material problem, Krishna is gone out of mind. Krishna is missing from our mind because it's our problem. We are not inviting him. We are not taking his words. I would say, what is the best phrase we can use? We are not either accepting or we are not able to understand Krishna's message. And Krishna says, I am everything. I will protect the devotees. The devotees are all very dear to me. We are not 100% convinced that, yes, I can depend on Krishna. That is the nature of the material condition. That, the three modes of nature. We are good sometimes, momentarily. One time, a devotee asked Srila Prabhupada, Prabhupada, why do we sometimes fall into Maya every now and then? Srila Prabhupada stopped the devotee. He said that no, we are always in Maya. Only few moments we go to Krishna. That is our condition. So the entire Krishna consciousness process is how we can purify ourselves, how we can get better and better. So with that, the point I wanted to just make is that the current verse that we are going to read, 10:10, Krishna is going to talk about again how devotees can understand him nicely, and there is how he kind of gives them additional intelligence, knowledge, and he makes the pathway for the devotees to attain him. So devotees, let us read this, another important verse from Krishna, especially for devotees. So who can read, devotees? Did Harini Mataji, did you say you wanted to read? Maybe I missed it. Where is Harini Mataji?
I think she left.
Oh, she left? Okay.
Suppose I can start.
Okay, sure.
All will be pranam, all will shukavadam. Tesham shatato juktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yugam tam ena mam upayantite. Hare Krishna.
Haribol Prabhu. Devotees, maybe a couple more.
I can read, Prabhuji.
Sure.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam to all devotees.
Hare Krishna, please go ahead.
Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam pritipurvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayantite.
Hare Krishna, very nice. Maybe one more.
Yeah, can I read, Prabhuji? Hare Krishna.
I was just asking you to read, but somebody said you left.
No, Prabhuji. I did not leave. I was driving. I just arrived home. That's okay. I will read. Tesam satata yuktanam pajatam priti purvakham tadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayanti te. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat pranam.
Very nice. You have reached home, right, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay.
Just
yeah, be very careful driving.
Yeah.
And
no problem.
okay. Devotees, synonym translation, then purport, let's see, maybe one, two devotees can read the purport. Who can read synonym, devotees?
Prabhuji, I can read.
Okay.
Synonyms. Tesham, unto them. Satata yuktanam, always engaged. Bhajatam, in rendering devotional service. Priti purvakam, in loving ecstasy. Dadami, I give. Buddhi yogam, real intelligence. Tam, that. Yena, by which. Mam, unto me. Upayanti, come. Te, they. Translation. To those who are constantly devoted to serving me with love, I give the understanding by which they can come to me. Hare Krishna.
Haribo. Nice, Mataji. Devotees, purport. Maybe one devotee can read the first two paragraphs, then another devotee the last paragraph.
If no one is there, I can read. Prabhuji. Anybody would like to read?
I can read, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Okay.
In this verse, the word Buddhi Yogam is very significant. We may remember that in the second chapter, the Lord instructing Arjuna said that he had spoken to him of many things and that he would instruct him in the way of Buddhi Yoga. Now, Buddhi Yoga is explained. Buddhi Yoga itself is action in Krishna consciousness. That is the highest intelligence. Buddhi means intelligence and yoga means mystic activities or mystic elevation. When one tries to go back home, back to Godhead, and takes fully to Krishna consciousness in devotional service, his action is called Buddhi Yoga. In other words, Buddhi Yoga is the process by which one gets out of the entanglement of this material world. The ultimate goal of progress is Krishna. People do not know this. Therefore, the association of devotees and a bona fide spiritual master are important. One should know that the goal is Krishna, and when the goal is assigned, then the path is slowly but progressively traversed and the ultimate goal is achieved. When a person knows the goal of life but is addicted to the fruits of activities, he is acting in karma yoga. When he knows that the goal is Krishna, but he takes pleasure in mental speculations to understand Krishna, he is acting in Jnana Yoga. One second, Prabhuji. And when he knows the goal and sees Krishna completely in Krishna consciousness and devotional service, he is acting in Bhakti Yoga or Buddhi Yoga, which is the complete yoga. This complete yoga is the highest perfectional stage of life. Hare Krishna.
Haribo. Very nice, Mataji. Devotees, one more paragraph.
I can read, Prabhuji, if no, there's nobody else.
Yeah, let us see. It's a good opportunity for everyone to read, especially this kind of a Pitru Paksha time. It is a very nice opportunity for everybody to read at least one or two verses. Mahesh Prabhu or Raghu Prabhu, Subal Prabhu. Subal Prabhu, you wanted to read, no?
Yeah, if no one is there, I can read, Prabhuji. Okay. A person may have a bona fide spiritual master and may be attached to the spiritual organization. But if he is still not intelligent enough to make progress, then Krishna from within gives him instructions so that he may ultimately come to him without difficulty. The qualification is that a person always engages himself in Krishna consciousness and with love and devotion renders all kinds of services. He should perform some sort of work for Krishna, and that work should be with love. If a devotee is not intelligent enough to make progress on the path of self realization, but is sincere and devoted to the activities of devotional service, the Lord gives him a chance to make progress and ultimately attain Him. Hari Bol. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Prabhu, Which Mataji said she wanted to read just now before you? I'm not able to see the name.
Dharma.
Oh, yeah. We will have more opportunity, Mataji, to read.
Oh, yeah, no problem, Prabhuji. That's okay.
Sure. Prabhu, you want to expand a little more on this purpose?
Sure, Prabhuji. So here in this paragraph, what I read, a person who is a bona fide, spiritual master, and he's attached to a spiritual organization like, Krishna consciousness is gone. And, I'm just taking an example, Prabhuji. So Krishna helps them. One may have a bona fide spiritual master and may be attached to that spiritual organization, but still, if he is not, intelligent enough, Krishna will give within, because Krishna is sitting in our heart as Chaitya Guru, and he gives that instruction to become more spiritual. Because the only qualification we need is have faith in Krishna. We have to be sincere and follow the regulative principles given by our spiritual master. Srila Prabhupada, all he said is, chant regularly, follow regulative principles. We can easily, go back to Godhead. So here it says that if a devotee is not intelligent enough to make progress on the path of self-realization, but he is sincere, devoted, then Lord automatically give him that opportunity. One should perform some sort of seva for devotees and spiritual master. That way, yeah, he will get attained Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Very good. Very nice, Prabhu. Yeah. Sadhu, Shastra, and Guru, they're all the main components of the bhakti. Without their support, without their guidance, we really cannot do anything. So, who read the first
I read,
paragraph?
Prabhuji.
Would you like to share more
Sure, Prabhuji.
reflection?
Yes, Prabhuji. What I understood from here is Prabhupada is explaining that Buddhi Yoga is the process by which we can attain Krishna consciousness and become free from all the material entanglements in this world. Buddhi means intelligence, and yoga is the mystic. Prabhupada calls it, there's a specific word he used, mysticism, I think. And then he goes on to explain that a spiritual master can help the devotees make that connection. And a devotee should know that the ultimate goal in life is that of Krishna, and that can only be achieved once we remove the material contamination from our consciousness. I think one of the things is we have to stop all the outside things that our consciousness picks up, watching TV, talking to unnecessarily about just random things with friends, or just like wasting time in things other than Krishna consciousness. Those are the times when we become more and more entangled in the material subjects. But when we feed our mind about Krishna, Krishna Katha, Krishna Lila, and with devotees association all the time, then our mind will stop ruminating will stop thinking about those just unnecessary things that it was thinking about in the past. And then we can focus more and more on Krishna, and that is the goal of and the path to attain Krishna consciousness. And then I think he goes on to explain that when a person knows that goal and still they are doing the daily activities to earn money and enjoy the life, then I think that is called karma yoga. and when they know the goal, but they are still trying to not go the direct way of devotional service, but speculate to understand Krishna. Oh, Krishna may be this or that, just out of their mind on their own. That is Jnana Yoga. And then the last he mentions is Bhakti Yoga, which is the direct path would be to serve the Lord and his devotees, Lord Krishna and his devotees. That is the most perfectional stage of life. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. That's very nice. Thank you for the reflection. So, devotees, any more thoughts, reflection before we go over the translation one more time? Any more thoughts, devotees? Mahesh Prabhu, Raghu Prabhu?
Yeah, very nice discussion and very nice words per part. Yeah, I really enjoyed this one. And Prabhuji, I think I like the one particular like very much is about the Buddhi Yoga or Bhakti Yoga is basically it is the highest perfectional stage of life. Which tells the essence of all this thing is like why the bhakti yoga is important, and basically it makes someone's life perfect as per Lord Sri Krishna's wish or the Krishna consciousness. Yeah, I think that's I like it very much about this verse. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Anyone else would like to share more thoughts?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna.
In this verse, this beautiful verse, I just would like to add, I think Bataji already explained, but it says the difference between, Prabhupada highlighted in the purport, the difference between, the basic difference between Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga and Bhakti Yoga or Buddhi Yoga. So here, the devotional service is equals to Buddhi Yoga. So, and what is Karma Yoga? When people like addicted to the fruits of the karma, like fruits of the reactions, like whatever we'll do, we have to surrender to the Lord. Whatever the activity we are doing, we will not think about what the deal will get from that activity. No, that just we have to do our action, but what will be the fruits will not go behind it. So that is the karma yoga who are running after the fruits, like what will get from this activity. Suppose I'm doing any service, and if I have a hidden agenda that from this service I will get the name, fame, then that service is not the pure devotional service to the Lord. That's a mixed with our fruits. We are expecting the fruits. So that is called karma yoga or karma kanda. And then the next is the Jnana yoga. The Jnana yogi thinks Krishna with their mental speculations, not through the Shastra where Krishna is omnipotent, omnipresent, and omniscient. So they are thinking about in their mental speculation, like thinking about Krishna is only a Brahmajati, he has no form, he is not personal. So his form is not personal. So that is Jnana Yoga. And then the highest is the Bhakti Yoga or Buddhi Yoga. So Krishna gives the intelligence to the devotee who does the devotional service, the pure devotional service. And that devotional service is the highest, and that is also very dear to Krishna, the devotional service. So that's Prabhuji, the difference between this three. Just would like to point out. Hare Krishna.
Okay, I have one question. The way you explained beautifully explained this, the bhakti yoga, like doing service and not having that intent to get fame out of
Yeah.
that service, right? But if during rendering the service, if the aim is to get closer to Krishna, is that also considered like being in karma yoga instead of bhakti yoga?
No, Mataji. So when you want to go closer to Krishna, but you cannot go directly close to Krishna. Prabhupada, I'm sorry, Prabhuji can correct me, but you cannot go directly to Krishna. You need to go via. So and via is the Guru. So through Guru you have to go. Krishna will not accept you if you go directly to him. So yeah, for closure of Krishna, if you go to closure of Krishna, definitely you can do devotional service, but through the devotees. So we are the servant of the servant of the servant of the Lord. So that's our position, Mataji, and that's the eternal position. It will never change.
And Mataji, can you explain a little bit more on, like, I think I heard in one of the lectures before, I think before Prabhuji explained before that even to offer food to Krishna, we have to be doing 64, a minimum of 64 rounds. Is that the reason we are saying, like, really the spiritual masters, they are so like advanced and they are doing like 24/7 non-stop Krishna service? Is that the reason why, Mataji, that we
Prabhuji
don't
can
have that?
Prabhuji can explain to you, but what I'm getting from your question is that if you have if you have to offer a fruit to Krishna, you have to do 64 rounds chanting. That's your mean?
Yes, like
No,
anything like that is the minimum qualification. I think
no,
Chaitanya Prabhu had
no, Mataji. I don't think so. I think maybe you misunderstood. But
maybe Mataji.
no, I don't think so, Mataji. Prabhuji, please
Maybe I
please
understood
clarify
wrong.
to her, because no, I don't think it's correct. Like 64 rounds, then you can offer food. No, I don't think so. It's not correct. Back to you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, Mataji, there is really no maximum requirement. How much can you chant for Krishna? But the kind of process that we follow, even if you don't chant normally, Srila Prabhupada recommended that, not normally, devotees who are initiated, they have to either way chant 16 rounds. They have to. That is one of the kind of expectation requirement to take initiation from the Guru. When you take initiation, the Guru, when he gives you the chanting beat, he would ask you that you kind of take a vow that you are going to chant 16 rounds and you are going to follow the 4 regulative principles, which we all know. No meat eating, no intoxication, no gambling, no unwanted relationship, illicit relationship. So this you have to stay verbally. You have to tell the Guru. Every initiated devotee would have gone through the process. Now the 64 in the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu time, there may be devotees who would have chanted 64, as we all know. Namacharya Sri Haridas Thakur was chanting maybe 300,000 times. He was chanting Mahamantra. So they are all exceptional. They are all direct associates of very close, dear devotees of Krishna and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So for us, initially, Srila Prabhupada said 64, then everybody said, this will be, it may not be possible for, normal devotees. Srila Prabhupada accepted that at least 16 rounds. So 64 rounds, I'm not sure. It's not a requirement, Mataji. And again, for offering this bhoga or anything, tat kurushva mad arpanam. He's saying whatever you do, even if you don't chant 16 rounds, can the non-initiated devotees, can they offer bhoga to Krishna? Absolutely. They can also offer. But at least they should know how to offer with a lot of sincerity and devotion. If they can chant certain mantras also, there is an offering mantra to Srila Prabhupada, to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, ultimately to Krishna. And then you should also know what to offer. Normally, we don't use onion and garlic, and definitely no meat varieties. So these are all the things that even if you're not initiated, You have to follow those things. Again, if you're not initiated, Mataji, you don't have to. I'm not saying you don't have to chant. There is not a mandatory requirement that you have to chant and then only offer Bhoga. Main thing is, are you bringing this, the pure love for Krishna? That is the main thing. You may be chanting even 16 rounds. I chant 16 rounds. But am I able to bring a pure, very sincere, Shuddha Bhakti to Krishna? Devotees, I can confess, no. Because it is a devotional life also. It's not that simple. Not all devotees are on the same level. There are at least 9 steps to get the Buddhi Yoga. 9 steps. Who can just very briefly say the 9-step devotees?
Shravanam, Kirtanam.
No, those are all the various Navavidha Bhakti, but there are 9 steps.
From the Shraddha, Prabhuji?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. So from Shraddha, then Sadhu Sangha, then Anartha Nivriti.
Bhajana Kriya.
Oh, Bhajan Kriya, Anartha Nivriti. Thank you, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, you go ahead. Then, sorry. Bhajan.
Nishtha, Ruchi, Ashukti.
Great.
Nice.
And the Bhav and Prem.
Yeah, the ultimate is Krishna Prema, which is Srila Prabhupada is saying that is what is the perfection. We are all in the path of Bhakti Yoga, but not all of us. It's not a discrimination or comparison or anything like that. Even in the material world, there is a medical student. He could be on the first year. Then there is one person who has become a doctor. They are all on the medical field, but they are not the same. Then among the doctors, there could be someone who's a surgeon, who has got several years of experience, and somebody who's just starting. So that is how even in Bhakti, our Guru Maharaj are all, they all fall into this perfection of Krishna consciousness, which is the Bhakti Yoga, Buddhi Yoga. They are perfected. Why? They have left everything. They have no, even though they have interaction with the material world, they have nothing to do with material world. Meaning, they have no expectation. They're not looking for anything, because we are still, almost all of us, we have a work of our own. We are working for somebody. Our mind sometimes is coming and saying that I need to make more money. I have family. My 401k is not sufficient. I need more. What will happen after 10, 15, 20 years? With the inflation, will everything? These are all questions that is going through our mind, right? But though Guru Maharaj, they are not bothered about anything. They completely surrendered to Krishna. Dear devotees, let us take a moment here also to read this verse one more time, little more closely, okay? Devotees, each verse in Bhagavad Gita, you may find that there are at least 3 or 4, I would say at least 4 points Krishna would give. Then there is an overall philosophy that who are constantly devoted in serving. Yeah, when we read this, we have to constantly serve Krishna. But if you get into little more here, you would see Satata Yuktanam. Always. How do we do the devotees? All the time. Sarveshu Kaleshu. Krishna has already mentioned few verses back. Very important. It is just not, of course, Srila Prabhupada has very nicely explained all the purport. But when you go through the verse also, word by word, we have to understand that one of the requirement is that always engaged. We are all, people like me, we are doing part-time business. What is called, I don't know, there is a phrase called friends with benefits or something like that. Whenever you want, you will have friendship. Or today my mind is very good. I'm feeling very positive. I'll chant for Krishna. Or I will offer Bhoga to Krishna. Or there is some nice program happening this weekend. I'll go and participate. What about the other days? Every time you cannot attend all the program, but is your mind, are you at least always is your mind engaged in Krishna? Is it possible? Acharya, Srila Prabhupada says it's very much possible. How it is possible? We have at least in front of our eyes, we have our mothers, especially the Indian mothers, at least the older generation. They used to do so much of service, not just to the husband, to the husband's entire family and the other children. But our mind is always thinking about the child and the children. Like the mother, we have to do it. Did the mother, did she default in her seva to the family? No. Food is prepared timely, everybody's need is to be taken care of. And she's also thinking about the child all the time. How is my child doing? I have to feed my child also. So that is Satata Yuktana. Like a mother, we have to keep on thinking about Krishna all the time. And another category is lovers. When two people, when a man and a woman, they are in love, I mean, not the fake love, a real love, they'll be always thinking about others. That is why this entire Krishna consciousness is in a mood of separation. That is what is Srimati Radharani. Rukmani is also there. Satyabhama is also there with Krishna. But Krishna really relishes the interaction with Srimati Radharani because it's not the proximity, physical proximity. It's always in the mood of separation. This is considered the highest devotion. So, how can we do this? We can do it. Our mothers have done it. We can also do it. We will do all the work. We have to go to work on Monday. But what we will do, Krishna, please give me of course, let's go one by one. One is the Satatayiktana. Second is Bhajatam. Are we doing devotional service all the time? Tat Kurushva Mad Arpanam. Are we doing? Whatever we do, are we able to offer to Krishna? Is it worthy of offering to Krishna? If my mind is filled with all jealousy, anger, envy, how can I offer that to Krishna? It's not possible. He will not accept it. So I have come to that level that whatever I do, I can offer it to Krishna. Devotees, are we all able to offer everything we do in a day to Krishna? Anyone? Maybe some of you, I'm sure you are very elevated, you are able to do it, but very difficult. But it can be done. That is all what our Guru Maharaj. Our Guru Maharaj are all, it seems like they're doing some material things. Some Guru Maharaj is writing books on Krishna. Some Guru Maharaj is traveling all the time. Some Guru Maharaj is doing book distribution. For an outsider who doesn't have any information about this, he'll think, what is it? I thought sannyasi is supposed to be secluded, not do any work and be, quiet in a vanavas or something. But no, that is not really prescribed by Krishna. Krishna is saying, do everything, but thinking about me, that is what is devotional service. And then he will give the buddhi yoga. I, dadami. This is very important, devotees. We cannot achieve this. Let us not falsely think, okay, I am chanting 16 rounds. I offer also Bhoga. I have learned the mantras to offer the Bhoga. I'm also reading Bhagavad Gita. I can preach. I can say a few Bhagavad Gita verses. Looks like, I'm the Buddhi Yoga. No, Buddhi Yoga is given by Krishna. This is the real intelligence. Dadami, he says, I give. Once if you do these two, Satata Yuktanam and Bhajatam, then he gives us that Buddhi Yogam, then we become perfect. Without Krishna's blessings and mercy, of course, Krishna's representative is the Guru. Without them, we really cannot that perfect state. We can be. There are three main category of devotees. The 9th step that we were talking about. The first three is called Kanishta or Adhama. Okay. Then the middle is called Uttama Adhikaris. Then the top is the, Madhyama Adhikari, the middle three. Then, like our Guru Maharaj, who have surrendered everything to Krishna, only Krishna, nothing else than Krishna, are called Uttama, the ultimate perfection in Krishna consciousness. That Krishna gives that. We can, we can request. Like Arjuna is going to request in the next chapter, Krishna, you have told so much about yourself, and all the other yogis and jnanis and sadhus have also talked about you. Can I really know your form fully? He's requesting. Krishna is showing him, because Arjuna is eligible for that kind of experience. Similarly, for us to become perfect, Krishna has to sanction the Buddhi Yoga. So this we have to remember like this. Each word you try to get at least 2 or 3 main components. Remember those. Satata Yuktanam. Baldesa Prabhu, Subal Prabhu, how do we do Satata Yuktanam? Prabhuji, how are you managing? One is a doctor, one is a mayor of one of the cities. Right? How are you managing? Any suggestion, Prabhu?
Association of devotees, Prabhuji.
Association of devotees. That's very true. Very true. Here also, Srila Prabhupada is saying, therefore, the association of devotee and a bona fide spiritual master are important. This, in Kali Yuga, it's not possible to do it alone, not stand alone. It will not work. Because the nature of the material nature in Kali Yuga is slightly different. In Satya Yuga, people might have had more sattvic, sattva surrounding them. Even if you kind of lethargic, the entire society, the community, everybody were Krishna consciousness. So we didn't agree, you just do like others are doing it. But now this is a degraded timeline, Kali Yuga. But the advantage is that it is a very short period of time. Within this lifetime, we can get the association of pure devotees and then the spiritual master. That's it. When Srila Prabhupada came here, so many Westerners, they had no idea about who is Krishna, what is Guru, what is Bhagavad Gita. They don't know what is Sanskrit, right? We are talking about the mid-60s. But how did this all happen? It's all Krishna's arrangement. Krishna gives. I give this Buddhi Yogam. They picked up 6 months, 9 months, 1 year. My Guru Maharaj had no information about all this. And he really was not a follower of any kind of Eastern philosophy. He was, in fact, a little bit aversion to Eastern philosophy. He didn't have a very positive opinion. He thought some kind of monks come and they do some kind of a yoga. That's what he knew. And the moment he met Srila Prabhupada, that same night, he has written a book on that. It's called Is Divine Grace. It's a very wonderful, very nice book, devotee. Read that when you get a chance. He's explaining how his life completely changed with just one meeting with Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada gave him that Bhagavad Gita. He read that Bhagavad Gita all night. That is Buddhi Yogam. If somebody gives me Bhagavad Gita, I'll just go and keep it in my room, Sometimes it may be lying on the sofa or a dining table. Whenever I get chance, I'll read. Right? No, but that is who is giving that energy, who is giving that enthusiasm to read? Krishna. So this is very important, devotees, that devotional service is just not our endeavor. Also, we have to beg the mercy. We have to cry for Krishna through Guru. Guru, please help me. When Guru says, I will help you, then you have a good chance of getting perfection in the Buddhi Yoga. Otherwise, we can be, it's nothing, you can be always a devotee, you can be. But how are you going to become perfect, right? Any field we do, again, going back to the medical field, you want to become a doctor, right? It's not that you join a medical degree, you're not going to complete it. Then what happens? Krishna gives another chance. You have to take Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadi. But devotees, why do we want to take so many births? Taking so many births, devotees, is like somebody is in a life imprisonment and the jailer comes and tells that prisoner, you are going to be released today. What a wonderful news. And then they take from one jail, put him in another jail. Is that a freedom, devotees? What kind of freedom is that? You are going to take another time birth, but again, this is still another prison. Maybe we don't know, based on the karma, you can get a better prison. But prison is a prison. So how do we cross this? Only way is devotional service. Devotees? Krisha Mataji, Dara Mataji, any thoughts, reflection, please feel free to share. I apologize if I spoke too much, but...
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Go ahead, Prabhuji.
No, please share anything you want to say.
I actually had a question. Thank you so much for interpreting this for us so well, explaining it so well. My question was about the 9 stages. I think the last stage was Krishna Prema. So how do we know that, of course, only by the Guru we will reach there, but how does one know that they, even after having being guided by a Guru, how does one know they've reached there?
Yeah, that's a very good question. Very good question. That is why we have this Guru Parampara system. From starting from Krishna to Brahma to Madhvacharya to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to Srila Prabhupada, and of course there are so many other Acharyas, and from Srila Prabhupada to so many other Guru Maharaj. So yeah, it is very difficult for us, for a layman or for a beginner who is on the Kanishta level, like me. I even don't know what is the perfect Krishna consciousness, right? Somebody has to guide me. That will happen if I have at least a sincere desire to know about Krishna and I'm concentrating toward that. Then he sends the Guru, and the Guru will monitor that. Even if the Guru may not be there physically in the material world, but the Guru-devotee relationship is eternal. It is not a coincidence that Srila Prabhupada came and thousands of Westerners who had nothing to do with Bhagavad Gita or Srila Prabhupada became his disciple. It's not a coincidence, devotees at all. It's all based on their past, Satata Yuktanam and Bhajatam. They have done a lot of... It could be a different circumstances. They could have been in America or Europe, doesn't matter. But they had God consciousness. And Krishna, at the right moment, he sent Srila Prabhupada, everybody became devotee. And once if you become a disciple of a Guru, you are eternally protected by him. He will guide you. So it is very difficult for, in fact, many devotees ask Srila Prabhupada, Prabhupada, are you, representative of Krishna? Have you seen Krishna? Does Krishna talk to you? He will not encourage all those things. He says, just concentrate on Krishna. Don't think what Krishna is doing to you. That is what is Tatkurushva Madarpan. Just, it has to be in one way, one-sided affair. I really, Krishna, even if I don't get anything from you, like Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad Maharaj was put into a lot of turbulence at a very young age, but he did not even question. Otherwise, if I were in his shoes, I would be thinking, I thought I'm chanting. Krishna, why are you giving me so much trouble? I'm only trying to chant in a what kind of God you are. He didn't even go to that level. He said that, Krishna, you want me to go through this? I'm going to go take it. That's it. That's the conviction. That is the pure bhakti yoga. Did that answer somewhat, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. And what I found interesting was the last sentence in the purport, that if a devotee is not intelligent enough, but they're sincere and devoted to their devotional service, then Krishna gives them a chance to make progress. What kind of examples are like opportunities where Krishna would give you a chance to progress and attain him? Like, what would be a example?
Oh, there are so many examples, Mataji. Srila Prabhupada came, he gave this knowledge to so many devotees. That itself is one. If you want it from the Shastras, but dear devotees, anyone of you want to reflect anything from the Shastra? How Krishna gives the buddhi to see in Mahabharata, Krishna is very, very merciful. He first gave the gist of the Bhagavad Gita to a non-devotee Duryodhana. He did not accept it. 3 times he went there as a peacemaker, and each time he was only talking about Bhagavad Gita only. He did not give it to Arjuna even at that point, because the war has not even begun. But Arjuna he did not even want to accept it. He rejected it completely. Whereas Arjuna took it. So if you have the devotional mind, Krishna gives the intelligence, and as we know, the Pandavas became victorious. Same thing with Duryodhana's father. After everything has happened, devotees, anyone remember 1873, chapter 1873, very important verse from Arjuna. Krishna asked, Arjuna, is everything clear? Is your mind clear now? Arjuna would say, Nashto moha smriti labdha, meaning my moha, delusion is now gone, completely removed. And I'm able to regain my Krishna consciousness. Smriti, meaning remembering. That's what is the devotee. Krishna changes that. Otherwise, Arjuna would also be like Duryodhana if he's not in a devotional mood. Bhashwati Mataji wanted to say something. Go ahead, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Prabhuji just ask if someone can give any reflections about Krishna gives Buddhi Yoga. As you know, in Mahabharata, when Duryodhana and Arjuna went to visit Krishna in his palace, Krishna was sleeping, and Arjuna was, both of them were waiting for Krishna to wake up, and then Arjuna sits on the on his towards his Krishna's lotus feet, and while Duryodhana was sitting just near to his head when he was sleeping, and then when Krishna wakes up, he first sees Arjuna because he was opposite to sitting opposite to Krishna, near to his lotus feet, whereas Duryodhana was on his side. And then as Krishna Krishna asked, like, oh, what do you want? So then Duryodhana wants his Narayani Senas. But Arjuna says that, Krishna, I want you. So Krishna, because Arjuna knows that where Krishna is, that there will be a victory, because he is the dharma himself. Whereas Duryodhana was very unintelligent, because Krishna gave the intelligence to Arjuna to choose the right, whereas Duryodhana, because of his false ego and his unbelief, unfaith towards Krishna, and so he chose the wrong. So that's what Prabhuji I thought would like to share that. Beautiful example.
Yeah,
Very
such a
nice,
wonderful
Mataji.
example. Thank you. Thank you. That was such a wonderful example.
Yeah, yeah, amazing. Actually, Arjuna gets the first option when my example episode Mataji was explaining. Both of them they go there, but because of ego, Duryodhana would be standing at the head side of Krishna, whereas Arjuna, being a very submissive devotee, he will go and stand closer to the lotus feet of Krishna. And obviously, when one wakes up, they will only see the person who is sitting closer to the feet. So then he would say, Arjuna, you are here. Then he would look at Duryodhana also. Then they both would say, yeah, we have come here to seek your support. Then he would say that I'm going to give the first chance to Arjuna. Do we know why devotees? Krishna said like that. Not
Because
only is a devotee, but technically.
he saw Arjuna first.
Yeah, that is true. But there is one more technical reason also. In the Shastras, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, Prabhuji. I was thinking that he's was giving a chance to the elder. I thought, I don't know. I think he was giving.
I think Prabhuji, because he was sitting down of the lotus feet, near the lotus feet of Sri Krishna, that's why maybe.
Yeah, I mean, both are correct. Actually, Krishna is giving the chance because he was the younger Arjuna. He said that in a family, normally sometime the younger one gets the, like would say, hey, he's only a younger brother. Why don't you give it to him, right? Like that, Krishna is saying that give the first chance to him. But of course, there is a spiritual background that Duryodhana was not standing in front of Krishna. That's the main thing. But Krishna would put it in such a way that, he's your younger brother. We should give him the first option. So having gotten the first option, Arjuna could have easily selected the Narayani Sena, but he opted for Krishna. When Krishna is there, we don't need anything else. So that is the intelligence, as Mataji very nicely explained. So this is all we learn. Devotees, lot of things to learn from Mahabharata and Ramayana, how to achieve. This is a journey. And devotees, this is not a destination. It's not that I'm going to do this for a certain number of years and then I'm now perfect. No, even after you reach Goloka Vrindavan, we are going to do the same thing. Some of us might ask, what is the point? Then actually, that is the point. I'm going to be an eternal servant of Krishna. That's my original nature as an Atma, individual Atma. I'm only longing to serve Krishna. That is where I get the maximum satisfaction. So this is a journey as well as an eternal journey and destination. There's nothing called that after I reach Goloka Vrindavan. In Vaikunta, the Shastra says there are so many devotees, people, they have a form like Vishnu. They have the opulence. They look like Vishnu. They have a lot of power. But their mood is to just serve Lord Vishnu, Lord Hari. They take darshan every day morning, Mangalarti, they go on. They could be sitting at home. Hey, now I'm also a shareholder, I'm part of this big entity called Vaikunta. I have a lot of power. No, the mood is different there because it's the perfect Satchit Ananda, eternal bliss. You don't want anything else than to serve Krishna. There is a very nice verses from Brahma Samhita also. What happens in Goloka Vrindavan. So, devotees, the time is 9. I think we had some good discussion, and anyone did not get a chance to talk or share their thoughts. Maybe Raghu Prabhu, you didn't say anything today, right?
Well, I said yesterday, so today I'm just in a listening mode. Uh, all of you have said a lot, so I think it's great. So, essence of this uh, verse is that Krishna is our goal and Bhakti Yoga is the path. And in the previous chapter, we heard about what a pure devotee does. He's totally dedicated to Krishna. He's in the association of devotees. He's reading Shastras 24/7. He's thinking only of Krishna and totally absorbed in him. So for a grahastha to reach that goal, it's not easy because we have got, at least I have, although I'm retired, I've got plenty of distractions. Some doctor's appointment or something or the other. So there's something. And in spite of that, and Krishna has said that previously also, that grahasthas also should be able to, they have to do their karma, but at the same time do their bhakti. And I think that's all we're all striving to do that. Thank you, Babaji.
Krishna is an equal opportunity employer, Prabhu. Okay. Everybody has got an equal opportunity. Everybody. There is no differentiation or discrimination. Only thing that, pure devotion, that sincerity you should have. That is the problem. We are not able to bring that, at least people like me, we are not able to bring the best within ourselves. But again, this is a process. This is a journey. So hopefully we all will, get to the perfect state. And I'm very confident that with the association, even individually, it may seem a little tough, but when we work as a group, I'm sure we all will be able to reach the perfect stage of this Buddhi Yoga, Bhakti Yoga together. Because even if one is a little bit behind, the others will just grab that person, devotee. Come, we'll take you there. So that is the power of association that will happen with Guru, sincerity, and of course, Krishna is monitoring everything. Krishnam Vande Jagat Guru. So if you do not have a Guru, initiated Guru, think about Krishna. Krishna is our ultimate Guru. Then Srila Prabhupada is our Guru. Initiation is all later. It's one more step of formality. But it's also an important formality. Okay? So don't be discouraged. Oh, I'm not initiated, so maybe this is all just I'll read sometime. And no, everybody, you, me, you may be even advanced than an initiated devotee like me. Initiation does not mean it's ultimate. Right? How much you are taking considering Krishna into your life, each and every moment, from morning to night. If you're doing that, that's amazing. So devotees, any final thought before we conclude for tonight? Have a wonderful Krishna consciousness weekend. And then we'll meet on Monday. But any final thoughts? We can take a couple more thoughts now. Harini Mataji, you are not saying anything nowadays. Not much.
Me, Prabhuji?
Any thoughts, Mataji, you want to share?
No, Prabhuji, I'm still learning. I'm listening. Good explanation, Prabhuji.
You're a great devotee. A great devotee always says, I'm just learning.
Still learning, Prabhuji. Still listening.
Very good, very good. Hare Krishna. So devotees, we shall conclude here. Okay. Vancha kalpat prabhyascha kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. ISKCON Tampa Sankirtana ki jai. ISKCON Tampa Bhagavad Gita study section ki jai. Anant Koti Vaishnav ki jai. Have a wonderful Krishna consciousness.
Thank you so much, Sridham Prabhuji. Sridham Prabhuji ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.